Look, everybody. This is the 6th week of autumn in Wisconsin. What a bunch of crap. So, I'm showing you this board because I started a table and I wanted to make it out of this board. It's about 14 inches wide and it's a big board, and I'm like, ooh, I'm so good I can make it out of this. This is a piece of cherry. So then I started cutting it. And I found out it's not cherry, but aromatic cedar. And me, being the cocky woodworker, I'm saying to myself, hey bud, I can use aromatic cedar on a tabletop. I know it's extremely soft, but I can do it. So I got overcocked. I spent hours making a tabletop, and it was fine. But then I screwed it up. And then I tried to fix it, and it didn't work out. So I had to count my losses and move on with life. Because I thought I could use aromatic cedar without taking the time. Ah, man. So now if you look, see this nice pile here? That's all my aromatic cedar. It's all cut up. I mean, look it, see? I even saved the freaking crayons. God. Oh, no, look at it. It turned out so nice. It was so pretty. But I couldn't use it. I'm too stupid. Got overcocked, couldn't do it. So now it's sitting here until I get inspired again to figure out what I want to do with this aromatic cedar. So, some of you may remember this one. This was my first attempt. Of course they don't remember. You never took video of the thing. Or if you did, you can't find it because you're so mad that the table didn't work out. You forgot where you put your video footage. You big goon. This was a piece of aromatic cedar, and I screwed up here, so I had to put an inlay in there. I tried crayons, it worked, but then when I put poly on it, it had a goofy reaction. And then to make it match, I did the same thing on the top. The top turned out, well, just as crappy. So, that whole thing's ruined. But then I tried two. After I screwed this guy up, I even researched how to do crayons and epoxy. And here's an epoxy thing I do. I don't know what it's. I do epoxy. I do stuff with epoxy. I do know what I'm doing for the most part. Like see that beam? That's epoxy. See that guy there? That's epoxy. I do know what I'm doing, but for some reason, I just couldn't get it going. I researched it. Didn't work out. That was try number 1. Here's try number 2. Look, I researched it. I kept the epoxy above the crayons, and trash sickles happened. Oh my God, there will be no Christmas this year. So then I tried a piece of hard maple, and the hard maple turned out nice. It had all these little wormy holes in it, so I took ungodly amounts of time to fill in each wormhole after I flippy-dippy cleaned it out. I kept my crayons about 1/4 inch below the epoxy, so when I sanded it, my sanding belts wouldn't get destroyed with the crayons. Then I put epoxy on top, and then I sanded everything to 1200 grit, and then put poly on it. Then when I put the poly on it, the epoxy clears up, and then when you look, you can see that the epoxy separated from the crayons. And it went the whole way through. It's like, oh my God. So I'm looking at this, and it's like, should I just keep it? Because it's so pretty, but I can't, fricky. So I gotta cut this thing up again and do it for a 3rd time. And it really wouldn't bother me, but I have so many hours in it already. Here's the documentation of all of my hours. See, I drew up a little thingy dingy. And then I went from 120 to 157, and I kept going. And then it's like 35 minutes, 47, 2 hours, 1 hour, just on the top. So here is the finished table. Gadget, get out of the way.
Do this, do that.
What are you doing?
You're not playing nicely.
Gadget
Stop f***ing about.
is the finished table. More importantly, here's the finished top. If you noticed, my inlay, I had to take it out. But on the bright side, I left a cool space with some hardwood dowels in it. So I like that. So that kind of turned out cool. Yeah. But this table, more importantly, the top and the bottom, took me a little over 29 freaking hours to do. So I guess the moral of the story is don't get over cocky. Because the minute you get too cocky, you know, the very minute you get too cocky,
I'm rather liberal with the swear words.
everything falls apart. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Yes. I like the fact that you let me vent to you about my terrific failures and moderate successes. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. God, I said that already. Okay, I'm gonna end this a different way. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time here at the studio where it's always winter because Wisconsin sucks. Bye. Man, they are gonna think I am on drugs with how I ended that video. I know I look like a Ghostbuster in my outfit, but come on, come on, everybody. Look at this. It's winter outside, okay? Why would you come to this state? It's in the 20s. It's the 6th week of autumn. That's crap. Look, snow. God.